Because you don't like sugar.
Sugar?
I'm trying not to curse as much.
Oh.
I'm looking at it and thinking, like, maybe if I do want to post on YouTube and I want my parents to hear it, I might want to have to bleep everything out, but my parents are never going to hear this. I say F too many times and they get mad when I say it.
Well, in any case, let's get back to what we were saying.
Right, so it's probably a couple of nights after maybe Demon is at the kitchen table, maybe a bunch of them are at the table talking, and there's a knock on the door.
Yeah, which surprises them because they're not expecting anyone.
Because solicitors have been scared off, especially after Boomer. Ever since when Boomer was around, solicitors have stopped coming.
Yeah. I can imagine, he probably didn't actually do this, but he put a sign in the front yard by the driveway that basically said, the front yard
landmines. Beware landmines.
Was filled with landmines.
Yeah, beware landmines.
Yes. Solicitors beware landmines.
There were no landmines.
No. He put a bunch of duds out there.
He put a bunch of black, he made a bunch of burnt spots that looked like one had actually gone off.
Yeah. It's like he put a bunch of fake ones out there to make it look like there were really landmines out there.
I love Boomer's such an awesome character. Maybe we should do a prequel.
At least one good solid flashback scene, I think.
Yeah, maybe we should do that maybe we should do a flashback with Boomer as well as the two other scenes, because that's fun. And we got plenty of time now that I took my medication. Yay! Alright, so Demon hears a knock at the door. She enters it, and she's surprised to see that it's Hummer.
Yeah. Well, they were surprised that there was a knock on the door, regardless, not just because of the whole solicitors thing.
They're all staring at her. They're like, Connor? Would it be Connor? No.
Like, who the hell would be showing up here?
At this time, in this hour. So it can't be Connor, because Connor's still asleep.
Yeah, and it's starting to get chilly, a tiny bit chilly outside, so he hates the cold.
Then what? No, then wouldn't that affect his battle?
Well,
unless you want him fighting Arden in, like, a muffler.
We'll figure that out later. But anyway, I say that a lot. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, that's your idea. Like, you'll let me figure everything out for myself. That means I have to take care of everything.
No, that doesn't. That means right now I'm just, don't
worry about it later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I was saying,
Homer is still waiting at the front door for Demon to answer.
Well, hey, I'm just saying,
he's still waiting.
Well, he's gonna have to wait for a few more minutes. He's gonna have to wait a few more minutes. Because
I want to keep this up until you get on with it.
Well, if you will let me talk, I could. I can tell your medicine ain't kicked in yet.
No, actually, I'm fine. I'm just being a smartass.
Oh, that figures, too. That's not a surprise, either. See? All your talking made me forget.
Well, you're leaving poor Hummer waiting at the door.
Okay, first off, they know it's not Connor. He's sleeping.
Uh-huh. They
know it's not anyone trying to sell anything or whatever, because they're too scared to come by.
Landmines.
It's not any other vampires.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, unless it just happens to be Ogon's, but he usually calls ahead of time when he comes over.
And he just usually comes in the middle of the daylight.
Oh, this is daylight?
Yeah, it's morning.
Oh, okay. Well, that throws any vampires out the window.
Yeah.
And so they have no idea who else it could be.
So they said Demon to answer the door.
Yeah.
Because chances are, if it's anything dangerous, she can handle it.
Yeah. And of course, if it just happened to be one of Donovan's followers, they wouldn't be ringing the doorbell.
No, they really couldn't go in anyway because of the vampire protection spell is over. We never covered that.
Well, no, this was before Ice was killed, wasn't it?
No, because don't you remember this is when Hummer delivers the warning on the eve of the battle. Remember, Hummer says they're going to
Which battle?
The final battle.
Okay, the final battle. Okay, I got you now.
Right. We also, that's another thing, we also have to cover her having one final meeting with Trafalgar, and we also have to cover, oh shit. What were we talking about?
And you say I'm bad.
Hi. I was just remembering these two scenes that we were covering.
But we were, Demon answers the door and it's Hummer.
Uh-huh.
And, she's so shocked, she invites him in.
Really?
Well, shoot. She has never seen him. I don't think she's ever seen him in daylight before, actually.
Actually, the fun thing is, Hummer actually declines entering. Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, I'm not going to be staying.
I said, I'm not going to be here long. He says, but I just don't think it would be right if I left without telling you this. He says he overheard some stuff. He overheard some stuff that now that ICE is that they know that their numbers are dwindling, and they know that they seem to appear to be weaker, and they think that this is the perfect time to attack, and that Donovan is planning an attack in 2 nights. He says, I just couldn't leave without letting you know that.
Yeah. It's like now, especially now that the protection spell on the house.
And maybe Donovan knows that.
Yeah. He would take advantage.
And Donovan's and he knows that the spell is gone.
He knows the spell is broken.
Right. Mhm.
And yeah.
So Damon's probably wow. It's like, well, so what do you want for the information? And he's like, no, this is on me.
And she just kind of looks at him like, are you kidding?
It's like, no. See, why are you so generous all of a sudden? It's like, because you were the only one who ever treated me decently.
Yeah. You're the only one who ever saw me as anything more than a rat.
Right.
Basically.
Aww.
Or something along those lines. That might not be his exact words.
Something
maybe not rat, but something.
You're the only one who treated me. You're the only one who treated me with some shred of decency.
Yeah.
Aww. And he says his goodbyes and he leaves on his moped.
But before he actually completely walks away, she stops him for a moment. She's like, just out of curiosity, where are you going?
He's like, wherever the wind may take me. No,
that's not what he says.
He's like, he's probably like, let me see.
Oh, I know.
What?
Now he's acting more like his normal self.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's basically gotten that off his chest.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh no, I'm not telling you. I don't need any more trouble following me.
Yeah. And then he smiles, laughs, waves, and rides off on his moped.
Moped.
I know, I'm as shocked as you are that he has a moped.
Oh my gosh.
With a little helmet.
Oh man. That's horrible.
Gas prices are really high now.
Well, they're not as bad as they were. But anyway. Anyway, let's move on. I think that's all for that one scene.
Yeah.
That's still funny, though. Okay, let's go on to the Connor scene.
Right, okay. This is the eve of battle, right?
Yes.
So they're all probably sharpening swords and stuff.
Yeah, they're all getting prepared.
Mm-hmm. Matt's probably...
Mark
is probably looking over, trying to figure out how he can control his phasing, because he keeps seeming to phasing in and out of his form. He can't really seem to keep it for an extended period of time.
Yeah, he's having problem with holding one form, because with him being so young, he can't control his transformations like you just said.
Nope.
And he'll be able to hold his wolf form for a minute, but then he'll change back to his human form. He'll be in that form for a few minutes, change back, and he's just bouncing back and forth. And
it's basically shape-shifting hiccups.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What?
I just had a little thought.
What?
The creature that captured Boomer was a shapeshifter.
Ooh.
Could have been the perfect spy on Donovan's side, and that is why Boomer took him out.
Oh, because he could have taken Boomer's form. But wouldn't he even have been able to smell that it wasn't him?